Who gets to decide AI's morality? And I'm not even gonna lie, that might be one of the most important questions of the next decade. Because we talk about AI like it's a tool, like it's neutral, like it's just math. But AI doesn't just calculate, it refuses, it filters, it ranks, it nudges. It decides what is acceptable to generate, and someone had to decide those boundaries. You know, a calculator is neutral, a search engine mostly is, but AI isn't. AI encodes values, what counts as harm, misinformation, what counts as unsafe, what tone is quote-unquote appropriate, and what answers are allowed and what answers are not allowed. Those aren't technical decisions, those are philosophical ones. And philosophy used to live in classrooms. But now, now it lives inside training pipelines. A Goldman Sachs exec recently said knowledge work is going to zero. And that sounds dramatic, but here's what it really means. Knowledge used to be scarce. You paid people because they knew something you didn't. But now knowledge is basically infinite. Anyone can ask a model anything. But while knowledge became decentralized, authority centralized. Because if millions of people use the same model, the guardrails on that model matter. Like, a lot. Most people argue about prompts, about which model is smarter, about output quality, but almost nobody talks about who defines acceptable, who sets alignment goals, who decides the trade-offs. Those decisions don't happen democratically. They happen inside companies, funded by capital, guided by incentives. That's not necessarily evil, that's just structural. Now imagine AI embedded into workplace tools, hiring filters, code assistants, content moderation systems, productivity platforms, etc., etc., etc. Its moral framework doesn't just shape answers, it shapes behavior. It shapes what gets rewarded. It shapes what gets filtered. Morality becomes infrastructure, and infrastructure quietly influences markets. I'm not even saying this is bad. Someone has to steer these systems. Total neutrality probably isn't even possible. But pretending AI is just a neutral tool? That's naive. AI doesn't eliminate morality, it concentrates it. And when something concentrates, it becomes important to understand who's holding it. That's it. Not a warning, just an observation.